Hi, I'm Miss Kristen, and I'm going to teach you guys some cool ways to make fake snow that you can play with any time of the year. The first way you can make fake snow is super simple. All you need is 2 ingredients: shaving cream and baking soda. All right, so the first recipe is super simple. We're just going to take some baking soda, and I'm going to just pour some out. You just pour out some baking soda and then add some shaving cream. And then you're gonna knead it together with your hands. And it's gonna get super messy. So I added some more. You're supposed to slowly add the shaving cream and then kind of mix it up with your hands until you get to the perfect snowy consistency. I need a little more. There we go. All right. So this snow is gonna be a little bit stickier. I might have added a pinch too much shaving cream, but you just kind of keep kneading it and you'll see it becomes like a sticky kind of fake snow mess. I'm gonna add a little bit more baking soda and see if that, oh yeah. Okay, so if it's, I add a little bit more baking soda and it's a little bit more crumbly now and less wet. So if you add too much shaving cream, just add more baking soda. And if you think it's too dry and not sticking together well enough, you can just add some more shaving cream. So. Here's my fake shaving cream and baking soda snowball. So that was the first way. Super easy, just 2 things, and it takes only a couple minutes. Way number 2 to make fake snow is also with 2 ingredients: some more baking soda and water. So I'm gonna make it in a bowl to contain my mess. So you want to start with 1 cup of baking soda. So that's just my 1 cup of baking soda. And you're just going to add water, 1 tablespoon at a time, and mix it up till it gets to a light consistency. So let's get started. Put that in. Start kind of mixing. All right. I switched to a fork because it was a little bit easier to mix it up that way. So now, it kind of looks a little crumbly, but they're clumps. So when you take it out, you should be able to make snowballs with it. It feels, you don't want to put too much water in it that it's super wet, and it feels sort of dry when you pick it up, but it also feels a little wet. It's kind of a confusing texture, but it should feel a little powdery and a little damp like real snow, and you should be able to make a snowball out of it. If it's not sticking together yet, add a little bit more water. If you're like, ooh, that's a little too sticky, add a little bit more baking soda, and that will help keep it a little drier. So there we go. There is way 2 to make fake snow. Another way to make fake snow, once again, baking soda and conditioner. You want to make sure the conditioner you use is white, because if it has a color to it, it will change the color of your snow. So whatever white conditioner you have at home you can use that. All right, let's get started. The recipe I found for making fake snow this way wanted you to use a 1/2 cup of conditioner to 3 cups of baking soda. I thought that was a little excessive for an example, so I'm going to only use 1/4 of a cup of conditioner to 1.5 cups of baking soda. So we'll make slightly less snow than you can make it at home, but you could always make as much as you want. So here we go. So here's my 1/4 cup. Shake it down so it's put down. Okay. Yes. Okay. So once again, I'm gonna make this in a bowl so we don't make a huge mess. Then I'm gonna add my 1.5 cups of baking soda. That's pretty much one. There's chunks in it. There you go. Almost a half. Oh, I think actually that's about a half. Just a little bit. Okay. So now we have our conditioner and baking powder mixture. All right, so now what we're gonna do is take our fork again and we're gonna just mix it up. See if there's, I'm gonna scrape the last little bit out of here. To help me. Do you want to build a snowman? All right, so this is starting to come together. It's still a little crumbly for me, so I'm gonna mix a little bit more, see if that helps. All right, so I added another little squirt of conditioner, and I also gave up on the fork, and I've just been using my hands to mix it up a little bit. So this is the consistency of the last one. It's a little more crumbly than the one with just water. I think all of them feel very nice, but it kind of depends on what you want your fake snow to feel like. I would say try them all out at home and continue to make the one that you like the best. All right. So, let's see. Snowball test now for this last one. This is how my snowball came out. It's still a little, I feel like it's very crumbly and easy to break, but it does feel super nice to touch. And it's nice to play with. One thing to keep in mind, my conditioner was slightly scented, so it does have a nice kind of smell. So that's one thing to look out for. If you don't like the way one conditioner smells and you're just planning to use it up to make snow, you will have smelly snow. So, but yeah, I really like, I don't know if this feels 100% like snow and is super awesome to build with, but it does feel super nice on the hands. I think I might play with this for a couple hours. But yeah, that is the third way to make snow. Let's do a recap. So this was the first kind of snow we made, which was the shaving cream and baking soda. It makes pretty good snow. I like it. It is a little crumbly. You can see it just like falls apart in my hand. But it's fun. And it's nice, and you can make as much or as little bit as you want. Once again, to make this, you just need to mix baking soda and shaving cream. Just kind of pour out some baking soda, add a little bit of shaving cream, mix it together with your hands till it feels the way you want it to feel. And don't be afraid if you make it not the way you want it first. If it's too wet, just add baking soda. If it's too dry, add some more shaving cream, and you'll have your fake snow. All right. The next one we made was the baking soda and just water. This makes kind of a more dense snow. It's a little bit like easier to squeeze and pack. This was easy too. You just poured in your cup of baking soda and then you added a tablespoon of water at a time. Mixed it up with something like a fork until it got to the right consistency. Once again, this is also easy if you don't make it right. You just add, if it's too wet, add some dry. If it's too dry, add some wet, and you can easily fix it. It makes a nice little snowball. It feels slightly damp, kind of like real snow, but not wet. That's kind of the consistency you want. And then our last guy once again. This was just baking soda and conditioner. This had a little bit more of a recipe. It was, the recommended recipe was 1/2 cup conditioner to 3 cups of baking soda, which seemed a little excessive, so I halved it, and I still made this much. So make as much as you, or as little as you want. This one doesn't pack as nice. To make a snowman or a snowball, it does pack, but I feel like it breaks apart pretty easily. But it is very nice to just kind of like run your hands through. So depending on what you're making your fake snow for, this might be just nice to have to play. It's kind of like a Play-Doh, maybe? It kind of feels like kinetic sand, that sand that's like wet and dry at the same time. So if you want to just make your own, it's just conditioner and baking soda. I'm going to cut to some close-ups of the snow I made, so hopefully you guys can get a better idea of the consistency and see if you think it looks cool to make at home. Thank you for coming to my program. I hope you had a good time, and I hope you get to play in the snow this winter, even if it's mostly made out of baking powder.
Support public libraries. Like, share, and subscribe for more great videos.